Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lollipop and today we're doing a 2020 versus 2021 comparison video on the Trek FX series. Now before I get into it, I'll mention that this is mainly going to be a video on the new FX Sport Carbon 4, since the FX bikes have not received many 2021 updates at all, but I figured I'd cover all the bikes that did receive updates. The FX lineup is one of Trek's hybrid bike lines, which means that they have wider tires than road bikes and narrower tires than mountain bikes, so they're somewhere in between the two. Now I have done videos comparing other bikes in Trek's lineup, such as the Dual Sport and Marlin series bikes, so check those out if you're interested in those. Out of the 6 bikes in the FX lineup, only the FX1 and FX4 received updates for 2021. The FX1 bikes actually have 4 different versions, which include the normal FX1, FX1 Stagger, FX1 Disc, and FX1 Stagger Disc. Only the FX1 and FX1 Stagger received a 2021 model, but before I do my comparison, I'm going to note that the FX and FX Stagger bikes are actually the exact same bike besides the frame, which has a curved stagger design in the FX Stagger version, so you can more easily get on and off the bike. Because of that, I'm only going to be focusing on the normal FX1 bike in terms of showing the pictures, so it's easier to understand. Starting with the FX1 and FX1 Stagger, these bikes were both priced at $440 in 2020, but both have been increased to $450 for 2021. In 2020, they both came in the colors Trek Black and Matte Quicksilver, while the 2021 versions replaced these colors with lithium gray. Besides that, the only change I could find on Trek's website between these bikes were the tires. In the 2020 model, the FX1 used Bontrager H2 tires, while the 2021 model upgrades to the Bontrager H2 Comp tires. I can't seem to find any information on the new tires anywhere, but I would assume that they provide better traction or perhaps way less, but the difference probably won't be that substantial. This change does not affect the weight of the bike much at all, but I'll include the measurements anyways. The 2020 bike was weighed in a size large for some reason, but that weighed 12.55 kilograms or 27.66 pounds, while the 2021 bike in medium weighs 12.57 kilograms or 27.72 pounds. Moving on to the FX Sport 4. This bike actually does not have an update for 2021, but it has a new model in the lineup. This new bike is the FX Sport Carbon 4, and it upgrades several components from the aluminum FX4 model. Starting with the prices, the normal FX Sport 4 costs $1,200, while the new Carbon Sport 4 costs $1,700. The 2020 model came in the color Matte Metallic Gunmetal, while the 2021 Carbon bike comes in Dark Aquatic, with carbon smoke accents, and Quicksilver, with the same carbon smoke accents. Now onto the mechanical updates. Both bikes share the same frame in terms of geometry, but the Sport Carbon bike uses Trek's 400 series carbon instead of the 200 series aluminum. However, it should be noted that the normal FX Sport 4 also uses a carbon front fork. Carbon fiber is stronger and lighter than aluminum, ultimately allowing you to ride faster and have an easier time transporting your bike and things like that. The normal FX4 also uses a 135 by 5mm quick release axle for the rear wheel, while the Carbon model upgrades to the 142 by 12mm through axle, which makes the bike more stiff and stable. The rear hub is also changed from a Formula Alloy Centerlock disc hub to a Shimano RXC 400 Centerlock hub, which is used for the larger through axle. Another large update is to the drivetrain. The 2020 FX Sport 4 used Shimano Tiagra 4700 shifters for its 2x10 drivetrain, while the 2021 model upgrades to the Shimano RS700 shifters for its 1x11 drivetrain. This also means that the Carbon bike no longer has a front derailleur, since it only has one gear in the front, which simplifies the drivetrain for trail riding, but you do lose 9 speeds for pedaling faster on the road, so that is something to consider. There is still a rear derailleur, and it is also upgraded from the 2020 model's Shimano Tiagra 4700 to the Shimano GRX RX812, which has a long cage design to accommodate a wider range of gears in the cassette. That being said, the cassette is updated from the 2020 model's Shimano Tiagra HG500 11 to 34 tooth 10-speed cassette to the 2021 model's Shimano SLX M7000, which is an 11 to 42 tooth 11-speed cassette. This new cassette has more teeth on the largest cog in the cassette, which translates to easier pedaling while going uphill on the carbon model. Then we have the crankset. The 2020 bike used a Shimano Tiagra R460 crank with 48 teeth on the larger gear and 34 on the smaller gear, while the 2021 bike goes to the Shimano GRX RX600, which has 40 teeth. This new crank is made for the 1x drivetrain and should perform better, similar to all the other GRX parts, since this group set is a step above the more entry-level Shimano Tiagra group set. All these changes impact the weight of the bike significantly, as the 2020 FX Sport 4, again in a large size, weighed 10.48 kilograms or 23.11 pounds, while the 2021 carbon model weighs 9.55 kilograms or 21.06 pounds. But with that, I've covered all the current changes to the Trek FX lineup from 2020 to 2021. I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, please leave a like and subscribe. And if I missed anything at all in the video or made a mistake, please leave a comment and I will try my best to fix it. And if you have any questions or suggestions besides that, feel free to ask as well. But thank you all for watching, and keep biking.